In this video I want to talk about calories and macronutrients. Macronutrients being carbs, protein, and fats. I get the question, how many calories should I eat? How many grams of protein, fat, and carbs should I be eating? I think, first of all, we tend to really overcomplicate it too much. We start to think, oh, I've got to eat a certain number of calories and a certain grams of protein. Now, if you are a competitive bodybuilder or an athlete, yeah, we need to really fine-tune your number of calories and the grams of protein, the grams of carbs, and we need to time our meals real specifically. But just for general folks looking to lose weight, here's what you need to do. You need to eat the proper amount of calories that causes you to lose weight and eat the proper nutrition that causes you to be healthy. And finding that balance is something that you'll do just by trial and error. It's not rocket science. It's eating healthy. It's eating foods we know are healthy and trading up to those foods and replacing those with the things that we've been eating. Now, where should we start though? It's good to know where to start as far as how many calories should a person eat. About 10 times your goal body weight is a good place to start. So for example, if your goal is to weigh 130 pounds, that would be about 1,300 calories in a day. Now, what's more important than finding this, how many calories should I eat in a day to lose weight number, what's even more important than this is when you consume these calories. For example, you have breakfast, you have lunch, and then you have dinner, and then you should have a snack here and a snack here. So if you're consuming, 0 here and 0 here, and you're having a lunch of 300 calories, and you're having a 0 here, and you're coming home here and having 1,000 calories for your dinner, yeah, you're eating 1,300 calories, but you're putting a ton of food into your body in the evening here. Now what happens is when you don't get much food during the day, your blood sugar levels drop so low that it turns on the hunger switch like crazy. So when you do start finally eating when you get home, you can't stop. It becomes very hard to stop. So even though your plan was, okay, I'm going to do this, I'm going to really enjoy my dinners, I'm going to bank my calories and enjoy my dinner because I love my dinners, you're going to end up eating, whatever, plus 700 more here because you get done eating, I'm still hungry. I was still hungry. And it takes a while to digest the food, it takes a while for the blood sugar to come back up, and for your head to switch off to go, I'm satisfied. So we definitely don't want the blood sugar to get too low. So ideally, you want to balance this out more. The typical person who's struggling with their weight does this. They put more of their calories into their evening eating and fewer of the calories into their morning eating. Now you hear all the time, eat breakfast. Now I've changed my mind on that. I don't say as soon as you get up, throw some food in your body, you're not hungry. For myself, I get up at about 4:30 a.m. and my first food into my body isn't until 8 a.m. I'm drinking coffee, I'm working on the computer. 8 a.m. is my first quote-unquote meal. I make a protein super shake for myself. So breakfast for you can be, let's say you get up at 6 a.m. and this would be 9 a.m. This may be your snack. Maybe you have a protein drink at 9 a.m. You get out the door, you do your exercise, you're not necessarily hungry, you don't need to eat anything. Get to work at 9 o'clock, you have a protein drink, for example, maybe a protein drink and a banana. Maybe this is 250 calories. And then lunch, you bring your own lunch, bring a salad, whatever, something healthy. Let's say this is 300 calories here. And then you have a 100-calorie snack. What's a good 100-calorie snack? Fantastic foods like bananas, apples, pretty much any fruit is about approximately 100 calories. All right, so what do we have here? We have 600 calories, so now we have about 700 calories left for dinner. If we're doing 1,300 calories, that's actually pretty darn high. You could probably get away with doing 500 calories here. Maybe put a little bit more into lunch. You know, these are some of the things that you'll work with. The point is not to overload your calories here before going to bed. You want to try to go to bed a little bit hungry so you're burning fat all night long for darn near 12 hours until your first meal the next day. So that's the point with this is more important than calories. Now obviously if you're consuming 4,000 calories, it doesn't matter where you put them, you're consuming too many calories. But when you get down to that point where you're in that calorie range where you can lose weight, it's essential that you spread it out a little bit more. Make sure you're having that afternoon snack. That's a big mistake that people make. We get busy, and we got to do this, we got to pick up the laundry, we got to do whatever this, run this task, run this errand, do that, do this, and we end up skipping it and coming home for dinner, and we come home hungry. If you come home super hungry, that's when you start to snack on chips while you're making the evening meal, or you're tasting things and you're snacking. So you want to really be careful there. Even just a piece of fruit can be enough to get your blood sugar up so your brain isn't sending those signals of hunger when you get home. So that's the key with calories. Now let's talk about macronutrients. I get the question, how much protein should I eat? How much protein, carbs, and fat? How many grams should I be eating? To answer that question, this should be 0.5 to 1 times your goal body weight. So again, if you want to weigh 130 pounds, this would be approximately 65 to 30 grams of protein. Now, how many carbs should you eat? Well, that's typically not hard. The typical diet for folks that are looking to lose weight is it's very high in carbs, and they're the junk carbs, the processed carbs, typically lower in protein, good proteins, and high in fat from the bad proteins like hot dogs and processed meats and things like that. So all you gotta do is change this. I want to change this to more protein, the good proteins like fish, cottage cheese, tuna, eggs, more of the good carbs. These are the veggies and the fruit, okay, stuff we know. And then less of the fats, less of the French fries and chips and high-fat foods. Now, how do you do this? Real simple. You don't need to count grams. You can look at your plate. About a third of your plate should be protein, up to a half if you want to make it a half, if you want to really push it. And the rest is good carbs. Again, good carbs being sweet potatoes, salad, beets, green beans, things like that. Real simple. This is in your produce section, not in a can. Produce section, good stuff. And same thing here with your proteins. You're looking at fish, you're looking at lean pork, you're looking at chicken, tuna, eggs, beans, things like that. Very simple. If you do this and you eat on a smaller plate, not a huge plate, a small plate, and when you get done, your brain's thinking, man, I'm used to eating more, and you don't, you've got it. That's all you have to do. Because if you keep this ratio, you're going to get enough protein, you're going to get the right kind of carbs, and you're going to limit the fat. So it's very, very simple. Well, what about stuff that comes in a package? Well, yeah, sure, you've got to look at some labels and understand what's in it and know exactly what that label says, how many calories you're eating. Becoming aware of what you're putting in your body is something that you're going to want to do. that's going to become fun to you because you want to eat healthy. It's no longer I'm buying this product because I know it tastes good. I'm buying this product because I know what's in it. I know what's in it's good for me, and it does what I want it to do for me, fuel my body for success. So that's the simplest way to understand calories and your macronutrients, to make it an easy part of your life so it becomes automatic and becomes something that you love to do. Become your own scientist. That's the biggest thing, is become aware of what you're eating, what's in it, and how it works for you. So I hope those tips help. This is Dave Erickson, Live by Choice.